Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube world, YouTube fam? What is going on? I appreciate everybody that's coming in. Do me a favor, hit that like button. I know it's dark. That's why I called the midnight talk. This topic I want to talk about with you all. Midnight talk. Pretty sure a lot of people's in bed or whatever. Work, up late, eating, who knows. Hope that everybody can hear me out there. Nice to see you. What's going on? How you doing? How you doing? But yeah, this topic I want to talk about a little bit, especially to my brothers out there too. Um, to any man, um, on the internet and in the real world. You know, fellas, it's okay to have some standards for yourself. You know, it's that's always been a great thing of mine. You know, always having standards for yourself. You know, it shows that you have control of your body. You have control over who you are as a person. You know, you don't need, you know, the crowd to tell you, tell you what you're not following, what you should not be. Um, and I see so many, fellas out here that's going around saying that, hey, you know what I'm saying, I done this to this girl, or whatever. I mean, that's your personal business, but you know, at the end of the day, you need to have some standards for yourself. You know, I believe that and know that a woman is attracted to a man that has standards for himself. You know, stop following the media. Stop following all these dumbass television shows, and what these so-called, you know, dating coaches, or whatever you want to call it, say. You know, it don't mean shit. They they talking shit don't mean nothing. You know, you gotta know that, you gotta know your worth, value yourself, know what you stand for. You know, I don't give a damn what the next person has. You know, especially any man out here, talking about he's, I'm alpha and all that type of stuff. You know, they don't mean jack. They don't mean jack squat at all. You know, because you gotta be able to set the bars, and set something for yourself. And then you have younger men coming up too, so they look up to you. You know, see how, this how well a man's supposed to carry himself. This is what he's supposed to do. And you wonder why we have a generation of, younger people also too. You know, coming up and feel like they don't need to have no control over themselves. You know what I mean? In this society they will live in, you know, we're responsible for who we are. You know, as men. You know, especially how we take care of ourselves. You know, even our hygiene, all those different type of things. Our health, our financial life. You know, we're responsible for all of that. It goes both ways, but I'm talking with the fellas right now, everybody. So I appreciate you all for coming in. I appreciate you all for coming in. So, it's very distasteful when I hear dudes talking about, when I hear a lot of men say, hey, I done this, I done that with this particular chick, all these different girls and stuff, but just because a person's fine, don't mean that person's for you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking nobody who got a girl. I ain't knocking nobody. But it's just at the end of the day, we need to carry ourselves better. We wonder why everything is so watered down, why nobody's finding real love, why nobody's marrying out here. Why nobody wants to be in true relationships. Everything is the total opposite. It's like we live in a culture where it's situationships and it's breakups. You know what I mean? Everything's about cheating. Cheating is so popular in our community. It's just I just don't understand it because nobody don't have no standards for themselves. So people do what they want to do and wonder why that's the end result right there. Everything's always about short term. It's always short term with us, you know. And we're supposed to be leaders too. We have to be leaders, man. We have to be leaders. And I always say this, who we look up to. I mean, us men. I mean, it makes a difference. I would say, don't look up to no type of modern men today unless they. I have to go way back. I mean, way back, way back. Go way back to like our history. See how the men carry themselves. How they treat their women, how they conduct themselves as men, how they love, how they treat their children. Just but I ain't saying everything was perfect back then, but it was a lot more masculinity back then than it is today, and that's facts. That's straight facts. We don't see a lot of masculinity today in this world. I mean, here, I mean, I don't really see it. I mean, unless it's like an older generation, that's here today, and get some wisdom. You got to set yourself apart from a lot of others out here. You can't be like the next person. You got to be your own self. You got to be your own self. I don't care if it's like a whole group of dudes and on going left. I'm going the total opposite direction. I don't need a pack. Now, if someone looks up to me, that's fine. I mean, that's why I say I want to be the example. Hey, I'm for it. We got too many men out here that's setting a bad example. For the younger adults. Coming up, it's bad enough out here. We already got Hollywood trying to beat us down. You know what I'm saying? Some of the women on TV emasculating us, making us look bad. These old fruity tooty clothes wearing mofos out here. You know, like we already got everything against us. We already have everything against us now in this wicked Babylon system, as I say. Like I said, it's nothing like it's only a few men in my around in my square that are real. I like talking to a lot of older men, older brothers and stuff. I mean, a lot of my age group of millennial fellas. I mean, there's a small percentage, but a lot of them are freaking dumbed down. Like, honest, truth be told, a lot of them can't really vibe with a lot of people around my age. I'm always vibing with the older people at times because they get it. I feel like I'm like beyond my years as a man. You know, it's like I'm already wise, and I had that said to me when I was like in my teens. I always say I never fit in with my age group at all. I feel like I was born earlier than the generation that I was born in. If that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Man. Before I go any further, shout out to all y'all. Dory, Orion Star, how you doing? How you doing? Monique Hill in the building. What's going on with you? Alexa, dear Alexa, good to see y'all. I just want to let y'all know, and not acknowledge y'all. Turf, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. But yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of masculinity in this society now. We have the TV and stuff training up the younger generation. A whole lot of that's going on. So when there's no type of father figure in the house, there's the internet, there's the TV, you know, and there are mothers out there too that try to raise their sons up the best they could. I understand that. Shout out to you all. Because there are good women out there. And good men too, of course. But like I said, I want our generation going to be more strengthened and just use a lot of discernment. Discernment is a big thing here. It's what we need. And common sense ain't so common no more. It's really not. So it's kind of scary how the way everything is going in this place. Like I said, we don't know what the future is. The best thing we can do is set the example. Raise the standards and be the best man that you could be out here. Don't worry about what we see off of television. What they what they so called present as masculinity, which we don't even look at that. Real man. I mean, dress casual, dress up the way he's supposed to be, not your pants hanging off your ass, none of that stuff. That's not how a real man carry himself. You know, and I ain't saying wear a suit all the time, but just dress to where like, hey, you're at a certain age. It's just, it's time to dress masculine. Present yourself, carry yourself like a business. And leadership, I think that's another thing they never taught either. But it's basically what needed at home, which is like leadership. You know how to lead as men. That plays a major role in our life as well. Who we look up to as younger men, boys and stuff coming up. Who do we look up to now? Let's see what y'all saying in the comment section. I'm just ranting. Yeah. You're very welcome, Alexa. You're very welcome. I wholeheartedly concur. We're living in a society that has unfortunately embraced Luciferian doctrine. Yeah, man, most definitely. A lot of these, witchcraft, witches and warlocks and stuff, especially online, I see out there putting all this bull crap out here in the airwaves, which is very bad and very distasteful. More men need to be listened to, men like you. I mean, I try. I had a real father in my life. You know, he was a militant. The military. My younger brother was. We were raised well. We were raised well. Both our parents were hard on us anyway. So, and I still I still fear my dad in a way, but in a good way, because I respect him as a man. You know, and I'm very grateful. I'm forever grateful for that. I'm very grateful for that. And I always have, and always will be. Because when I have children, I want them, to respect me as a man. See me like that's how a man's supposed to operate. Not like these what the media portrays. How a man is. In these GQ magazines and stuff. These certain images. We just got to be careful. Even with the latest too, I'm going off a little bit off chart with this a little bit too. Even with the latest, y'all got to be careful too who y'all look up to. Of all ages, we got to be careful who you look up to. You know, because someone else's eyes, younger, ladies is looking up to you all young adults, older women. So and going back to what I was saying, the older men are supposed to teach the younger men, and the older women are supposed to teach the younger women. It goes both ways. So, indeed, my father also instilled those principles and morality that many are seemingly lacking. Yeah, it's a lot of this lacking in this society. Definitely. And you know what? It's always false advertisement that sells. Isn't there something? It's always false advertisement that sells. It's like being real is like a bad thing now. I remember what was in scripture. Woe to those who call good evil and evil good. You know, it's real. I mean, that's what we see out here. That's what we see. So yeah, I mean, until things are going to get back in order the way nature, how it was designed and it's supposed to be. When you go out of order, then nothing's going to go right. Nothing is going to go right. And it ain't the animals that's messing it up. It's not the catastrophes. It's not the insects. It's the damn human beings. Human beings mess up this planet. That's why this whole place is going downhill. It's going downhill. You know, I often talk about that. You know, they try to change up the genders, and I'm not hating on anybody that's liking the same sex. I'm that's not my lifestyle. I'm heterosexual 100%. But anyways, even the animals know their roles, and that's something the animals know their roles more than they do the humans. People in this culture, because everything is so wicked and so upside down. You know, in the school systems though, man. If I was any parent and I had a child, like I wouldn't even want them to be in public schools. That's me personally, because all they doing is passing on, certain things at the age that they shouldn't be listening to until they get like a little bit older. Certain things they don't need to be talking about at this age right now. They don't, you know. But they so advanced, they got all this technology. They can look up anything, and it's sickening. It's sickening. But they do need, principles, morality, standards for themselves, know how to conduct themselves. Definitely need those. See, us real individuals aren't very popular these days. No, no, not at all. No, real is not a popular thing anymore. I mean, it only it only gravitates like some of us who are real. If you're real, then you're going to resonate with real. Real recognize real. But a lot of fake people won't understand it because they never been around real, and a lot of them don't have the truth. A lot of them. I was thinking about the animals just earlier today. Oh yeah, yeah. Animals are very smart. Even they know their role. You don't have other animals like horses to say, hey, be with the dogs and all that type of stuff. No, no. They stay in their lane. That's how they do. The insects know to stay in their lane. But us humans, well, I'm an alien. I'll put myself like that. I'm an alien. But the humans here, though, man, it's just out of order completely. Luciferian doctrine equals chaos and anarchic behavior. Yep, definitely. Reversal of natural order. Most definitely. Most definitely. And it's a lot of what do you call it? Spiritual warfare is real, y'all. It's definitely real out here. So like I said, we ain't saying nothing yet. I said I'm gonna look up some updates for Australia. Australia. I don't know if it's still on fire. I don't know. But yeah, it's time for a lot of us to get our minds together. Cause we got a generation that's gonna grow up and take over. It's gonna take over. Y'all know something else too? Like even me being a young millennial, I kind of feel bad for us when we get older, when we get really old. And I'm taking care of my health right now. But why do I say that? Because how the way since we're the adults, the parents now. Well, I'm not a parent yet. How the way you train up the child now, depending on if you raise them good or bad. But if they bad, if you raise them to be like just bad, and we get older, their child may not care. I see a lot of maybe a lot of younger people may not care for us. They may throw us in a nursing home and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? That's scary. So you got to treat your children right. Treat them right and take care of them right. Because one day, you be that parent, you may need your child, to do certain things. That's why I say these dudes out here, they smashing all these chicks. Some of them having babies and they not caring about their sons and daughters, and it's gonna come back and bite them in the ass. Nita B, how you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. Hope y'all can hear me out there. Everybody hit the like button coming in on the way in. I appreciate that very much. But yeah, that's what I think about too, y'all. I always think like futuristically at times. I love futuristic topics because it makes me wonder, I don't know what's after Generation Z. I don't know. Because it's like a lot of careless. If their generation in the hit like that's coming up when we get older, to where like we need them, then can y'all imagine that, especially for those who are millennials, how they would just put us in nursing homes and not care about us. All they cared about is they technology. They're not human anymore. It's like they don't feel human. You know what I'm saying? No feelings, no heart, like nothing. Just androids. That's crazy. That's kind of that's scary. Man, I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling you. The scripture is merely a guide to righteousness. Absolutely. Revelations is the infallible truth. It truly is. And I would say this to anybody too. Pick up the apocryphal book too as well, because it is pretty much part of the 1611 King James version, but they took that out, which they not supposed to be doing any of that anyway. But yeah, I do believe in scriptures, and I like to talk about more subjects like this too. Like we already know that we're in the end. I just posted an article the other day that I sent off YouTube. Someone had in a community tab. It was about how they trying to have people where like we won't need the credit cards no more. They trying to say instead when you go to the bank, they trying to have like people, you got to have chips on your right hand forehead. I said, oh, that's the mark of the beast. But here's the thing. They try to sit up there and make it seem like, oh, well, this safe to put in you. Nah, 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 nah. Nope. Hell no. The scriptures already warned us. They already warned us what's going down, what's going to happen. So we those who are woken, that's biblical, into the word of God, truth. We already know what's going down. We know what's going to happen. So any moment, things could change up. They're gonna take away our scriptures, well, Bibles. That's why I say it's so good to stay in the Word of God, because that's where the truth is. That's where the truth is, and never put faith in any type of man out here. No man at all. I just gotta keep it real. Everything look all cool, like, oh, this ain't gonna happen. You know, reason why we don't see it happening right now, a lot of stuff, is because God has given us a lot of time to get right. He's given us a lot of time to get right with Him, basically, because because like the other side of this natural life is, man, totally different, totally different. Everything look all normal stuff right now, but on the other side, man. But that's a whole nother topic right there. That's a whole nother topic within itself. And I'm going to have to talk about that too. So I was thinking about California's burning up Because people talking about they don't need God and the racism stuff, and that's why over there, wherever part of California was, that's why all this stuff was going on over there. All that fire, just everything, and it's gonna be a whole lot more worse, that's going on, especially with this presidential thing that we see, with Trump being impeached, but he's gonna be in the White House again. That's what I'm thinking. So I heard some prophetic, things, from certain few channels, like one of the channels that I watch. It's a lot of things of what's the hit to come. Indeed, I'm well versed in the Apocrypha Bible, Torah, Besorah, and Quran. They all resonate when deciphered with discernment. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. That's real talk, Turf. That's very true. What's going on, brother Denubian? And it's all adding up. I gotta order me another one. What is it? First and second Esdras. I gotta read those. I read about Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. So it's just a lot of different things. All right, Alexa, you have a good night now. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And I appreciate you for coming by. So yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother topic within itself. I'm just awoken. I'm just awoken. And I know there's other people out there that understand what I see, because people may deny the truth now, especially someone telling them. But when things start to really heat up, they're like, oh yeah, this is real. They're gonna be looking for people like me, whoever else, maybe Turf, whoever else out there, wondering like, where these guys at or these girls at, that's been preaching His word, teaching His word, you know. It's gonna be hard to get a hold of. But yeah, that's all I pretty much want to come here and talk about. I'm going to do another live completely on this topic. I kind of went off board with this a little bit, but that's how I get. You know, man. You got real men out there. I salute to all of you. Stay righteous. The real righteous man that's walking in truth are the true alphas, the real alpha man. So this Cool Gen 87. I appreciate y'all for coming in. God bless you all. Hope y'all have a good night, morning, wherever you are in the world. And I'm going to see y'all on the next round. Y'all take care. Peace.